During this session, we will illustrate how a copy of a feature can be made using the Paste option. As we will see, the Paste option creates copies of features that are independent of the original feature and uses the dashboard interface to define the location of the new feature. We will start with the part shown here, which contains two extruded features, a rectangular block and an attached tab. In order to make a copy of the tab, we will first select this feature by left-clicking on it. We'll now click on the Copy icon in the toolbar, which copies the selected tab feature to the clipboard. Next, in order to start the process of placing the copy, we'll click on the Paste icon. The dashboard is now opened because the original copy of the tab was defined using the dashboard. We will now click on the word Placement, which is shown in red, indicating we need to define some reference information for our pasted feature. Next, we'll click on Edit, which shows that both the sketching plane and the reference plane need to be defined. Since we want the front datum plane to be the sketching plane, we'll click on it now. We will next select the top surface of the block in order to define the reference plane, and then set the orientation to top, followed by clicking on the Sketch button. As we can now see as we move the mouse, the feature to be copied is shown in dark red. We'll now left-click the mouse in order to drop the feature at the approximate location where the feature is to be placed. In order to position the feature, we'll make use of the Constraint option so that the bottom edge of the copied feature is aligned with the top edge of the block. And then we'll use the Dimension option to position the center of the tab, 7 units to the right of the right datum plane. Since the new tab is correctly positioned, we'll now click on the Continue icon and then make sure that the depth of the tab is set to 3 units, followed by clicking on the Accept icon in the dashboard. In order to illustrate that the two tabs are independent of each other, we'll now modify the original tab by first right-clicking on the original tab in the model tree and selecting the option Edit Definition. In the dashboard, we'll now change the depth of the extrusion to 8 units and then click on the Accept icon. As you can see, the original tab has increased in depth while the copied tab has maintained its depth of 3 units.